So we're just going to go through a quick smoothie process that anybody can do at home really easily. And there's many variations of this smoothie you can make. You can make almost any variation of what I'm going to show you here, and it's going to bring you all kinds of health benefits. The base here, we're going to use soaked almonds. We suggest that you soak them overnight to rinse them off. And a lot of times making a good smoothie, you use what you have. This morning we happened to get 2 boxes of really incredible fresh apples. So we have 2 cups of apple juice here. I'm going to pour in. It's freshly squeezed. It's really, really good. I'm going to actually use an avocado today, and that's going to give it a nice creamy texture and give you a nice healthy fat and protein. You can use any kind of fruit you like. So that's going to be the base. Now we're going to get into all these really incredible superfoods that we have here. I'm going to start with one of my favorites, maca. Maca is a Peruvian superfood. It's one of the highest altitude foods in the world. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals. It's an adaptogen. It's really good for the endocrine system, the reproductive system. It's good for men and women in different ways. Helps men with longevity and stamina. Helps women with their cycles and their fertility. It's an incredible superfood. And you can use varying amounts. I used about a tablespoon there. It's maca. Of course, one of our favorites, we're going to use raw cacao nibs, and that's going to give it a nice little bit of a crunchy effect. And I'm going to use about a tablespoon of these nibs as well. And we're going to use some of this ground raw vanilla. This is an incredible vanilla product from Bright Earth Foods. And vanilla also is really good for balancing the effects of chocolate. So if you use too much chocolate and you ever feel overdosed on chocolate, it's good to use vanilla. Vanilla has a lot of vitamins and minerals as well. We are going to use, of course, some cacao powder. This is going to be a little bit of a chocolatey smoothie. Kind of gives you a kick, and it's a raw chocolate. And if anybody doesn't know about the difference and the importance of raw chocolate, chocolate in its raw form is really one of the most nutritious medicinal plants on the planet. It's one of the most highest antioxidant foods on the planet. It's rich in tons of vitamins and minerals. It's actually a complete protein. It's a superfood from the Inca Empire. And we source a really high quality of chocolate as well. This is all raw. And I used about a tablespoon of that. Another one of the classics in the superfoods is the goji berries. Bright Earth Foods sources really high quality goji berries from the Himalayas. These are wild crafted and sun dried, and it's also really important that you get a good source of goji berries. And I know Bright Earth Foods will only get goji berries if they're the really pure, high quality ones, and sometimes we won't even carry them because they're hard to find. So you know you're getting the best whenever you get them from us. We're going to use some of this lucuma powder, and lucuma is also a really incredible superfood. It's an exotic fruit from Peru. It's basically, it's got a sweet flavor. It's almost got like an ice creamy flavor to it. And it's loaded in beta carotene. It's loaded in all kinds of vitamins. It's got a lot of B vitamins. It's got iron. It's actually really, really incredible food, and it mixes really well with raw chocolate and raw desserts in general. It's got kind of a creamy texture. It's a bit of a white powder. I'm using a couple tablespoons of that. I'm going to use a little bit of this moringa powder. Moringa oleifera is an African herb, loaded again in tons of vitamins and minerals. It's really new on the scene. It's an incredible, incredible superfood. It's actually dehydrated leaf powder. It's a really bright green, and pretty much any kind of green is really, really good for you. So we're going to use about a tablespoon of that as well. And you can play with the variations in the flavoring. Some foods have a sweeter taste, some have a bitter taste, so you kind of work with what you've got. This is a blue-green algae. It's the body love. Blue-green algae is one of the top superfoods. It's a complete protein, again loaded in vitamins and minerals. Everything here is high nutrient density and easy to assimilate. And that's what I define a superfood as, is a nutrient-dense food that's easy to assimilate and gives your body maximum nutrition. We have 2 types of blue-green algae. They're the brain feed and the body love. So we're going to use a little bit of both. They work well together. And it's a really green, crystally, like green snow. And we're going to use some acai. It's again another Peruvian superfood, extremely high in antioxidants, loaded in vitamins and minerals. It's a complete protein as well, and it's a dark purple berry that grows, and it's wildcrafted in the Amazon as well. Really, really powerful superfood. We're going to use a little camu camu, which is another Peruvian fruit. It's one of the highest natural forms of vitamin C out there. So it's a really great way to get your vitamin C. You can just mix this straight in your water, and it's extremely, extremely potent. Also loaded in a ton of other vitamins and minerals. What else do we got here? This is actually the Bright Earth Foods Rainbow Superfood Smoothie Mix. It's got 17 different superfoods. So in some ways you could just cut all this out and use just this, put a couple tablespoons in your smoothie, and it's loaded in green powders and all kinds of superfoods. We'll just put a bit of that in there too. Let's see, what else do we have going here? This is the Jerusalem Artichoke Heart Syrup. It's a really, really powerful sweetener. It's sweet, like a sweet molasses, and it's low on the glycemic index. It's loaded in vitamins and minerals. It's a really powerful sweetener. Better than agave, better than honey, as far as it's not really going to spike your blood sugar and feed your candida. So we also have the Yacon syrup. These are our two sweeteners. We really believe in using the right quality sweeteners to really have maximum health benefits. So we'll put in a couple tablespoons of that for sweetness. This stuff has a very high mineral and vitamin content. And if you know anything about white sugar, it actually does the opposite. It strips your minerals, it strips your vitamins, it leaves you really empty, and it gives you a kick in the adrenals, and it's really important to get off of the white sugar. See if there's anything else here. I like to use a little bit of coconut oil just to help texture, and coconut oil is really good for you. And this is actually the vanilla bean coconut oil, so it's actually soaked in a vanilla bean. I'm going to use some of this Jerusalem Artichoke inulin powder. It also has a sweetening effect, and it's actually quite good for you. And it's a white powder, kind of has like a sugary vibe. And this is going to be a new product at Bright Earth Foods. I haven't even gotten the label on it yet, so look for that. And let's see if there's anything else I forgot. Looks like that's about all of it. So we're going to throw it on the Vitamix. We recommend a high-powered mixer, either a Blendtec or a Vitamix. This one cranks pretty high speed. Make sure it's turned down. Turned out really good. You guys want to try some samples? Whoa. Thank you. Cheers. Want to try one?
Hi.
Awesome. So now everybody here, everybody seeing this video knows how they can make their own superfood smoothies. Google Bright Earth Foods or go to brighthearthfoods.com. We're going to have our website up and running shortly, and you can get all of these superfoods online, shipped to your door, and just start reaping the benefits of putting the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet in your body and start living in a thriving, abundant life. Aloha.